Some things I've been thinking about. One is like the overall topic, for instance, might be called "What's wrong with people?" What's wrong with people? But I mean it seriously. So some other things I'm thinking about is brain drain. Have you heard of brain drain? There's like third world, second world countries, really, really intelligent people there, and in many cases really well educated there, and they go get a job in a first world country. You know, like they're smart enough to get the most out of the system, and then they move to another country, and then we benefit from their education. You know, when I say we, I mean people who move to the United States to get a job here. So what I'm thinking about, like, what about brain drain inside the United States? Like, where are our smartest going, and what are they doing, and what are they leaving behind? Another thing I'm thinking about is the dumbing down of America. Are we making it really hard to be well educated? Are we making it too hard to be well educated? There was a college had some sort of investigation based on their skyrocketing tuition fees, and the reason they tried to justify it was, well, everyone else charges so much more than we do. People are suspicious about going to our college, so we just raised our price to match. And evidently that's a dodgy thing to do. I'm not quite sure why you can't charge whatever you want for your organization. But they then had to like, oh, okay, we're going to do all these things. We're going to like, expand our facilities. They didn't drop the price back down. They just said we're going to rise up to meet that level of cost. I've been to England and Australia, where people get fantastic educations for free. And I've been to Greece, where you get told what degree you're going to get, which is a shame. And it's really, really well-educated people. Like, it really comes across. Just walking through a market or something like that, you really get the sense that everybody around you is college educated, based on how they interact and how they're talking and what they're up to. Got a huge amount of entrepreneurs in Australia. All right, what else am I thinking? Sprawl, country sprawl, city sprawl, community sprawl. Communities that just spread until they're touching other communities. And then you have like Troutdale that goes into Gresham, that goes into Portland, that goes out into Beaverton, which touches Tiger, which then spreads into Hillsborough, which then, it's just like this one continuous stretch of humanity. And what kind of effect that has. I could go years without seeing a familiar face, you know? Like, people could come into your community and do some outlandish stuff. Like there was this person that just got arrested. They're on their third sexual predator offense. They got caught. I don't know what they were doing, but when the police investigated him, they found that he'd turned his van into a rolling dungeon, and he had a notebook of people's activities, locations, behaviors, license plate numbers. And it occurs to me, our community is so big that this really crazy sexual predator could be tooling up his van to turn it into a kidnap mobile, and no one notices. That guy's just in his van drilling stuff into the walls, probably making some improvements. No one knows that guy. I'm surrounded by neighbors that I don't know. There's a huge amount of people all around me. I don't know any of them. I don't recognize any of them. Recognize a few. All right, and then the kind of last thing I'm kind of thinking about is sustainable development. Because I think that kind of like connects all those things. If every community was just small enough where you knew everybody, but it had all the aspects of a community, you could go get higher learning there in the community, and the community wants to pay for it because the community needs metal workers, they need teachers, they need computer technicians, they need doctors, and they're going to train them. Just imagine the pride and effort a community would go through if they knew the doctor they were training was going to be treating their children. And also that you would have the confidence that your community has so much to offer that this doctor, once you've educated them, won't just go to a city where they're going to make more money. They're going to stay with you, in your community. And sustainable development. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.